Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Friday. Do you see what is there? Is it Friday? Is it Friday? Is it Friday, guys? We are here again. Thank you for joining. Wherever you are watching me from, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Please share the live, share the live, share the live for me, share the live for me. Okay. You can like, share the live, support, subscribe, and let's go. I'm sharing as well. Last week we had an amazing time with my guest here. She really shared all her story. You know, she was telling me that she has never shared a story anywhere before, but then she shared it on Speak Out. Speak Out is where we speak out and we break the silence of abuse. We encourage people, young people, adults, everyone out there. So please share the live and invite someone to join us. Invite someone to join us. We're going to have an amazing time. We have an amazing guest with us today. We'll be waiting for, he was she, but now it's him. We're going to wait for him, but please share the live. Share the live. Thank you for tuning in. All the YouTube family, thank you all for tuning in. Please help me share the live. God bless you. God bless you. As we wait, let me sing. Let me sing. Let me just put some music that we can sing together. Either flow for my. Okay. Do share the live. How have you all been anyway? No, be watch show if you check out, you don't know. Get this start from my head up to my door. No be joke, even for my face, it will show. I know pick out and no pick out too. Blessings of God for me life. See as my life is balance. So now the grace of the Lord takes me higher. Don't finance me. Your love is my reality. The anointing they break into your love and they finish it. You come from me, steady me, surprising me, constant. Boosting my energy. Give us a few minutes. Our guests will join soon. But please, at the meantime, help me share the live. He loves me from my blessings. I can't got some never stress. YouTube family, can you hear me, please? Yes, you can. Now don't do it. Help me share, help me share. That's why I don't know if you can hear the song. I don't know if you can hear the song, but I'm jamming. That guy you don't know. That is not from my head up to my door. Don't be joking, even for my face, you know.
Okay. Really, that's that. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So my guest is in, but hi, hello, sir. He's trying to find his way, but keep sharing. Please keep sharing, and I think you're on mute, so you have to. Okay, you have unmuted yourself. Hello.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
it
okay.
better
I'm
now?
good. I'm good. How about you?
Amazing. Just can't complain. We are working hard here.
Thank you so much. I thank you for joining anyway. Thank you for joining.
It's
I
a
was
pleasure.
trying to share the live
That was
so
a
that
pleasure.
people, yeah, I was trying to share so that people can join us. I know that you are in Paris right now.
Yeah.
And how is it going over there?
That's fine. I like the weather. It's a lot of sunshine, a little bit of rain, but it's fine. It's summer, so it's great here.
Yeah. I guess it's even better than the UK weather, but it's sunshine over here as well. It's a bit hot now,
I'll be
so
there.
we're enjoying the weather.
I'll be there in September. I'll be there in September, so I hope to see how it works out.
Please, when you're coming, get ready, prepare yourself because the weather, you know how it is over here. Yeah.
So what do I have to wear? What do I have to wear?
Best of all, get a jumper, get an umbrella because it's always almost raining all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It's almost raining all the time. It's always raining all the time. So please get an umbrella. Get ready, jacket. You know, you never know. You never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
With you
Okay.
around, I don't have a problem. I know you help me out.
Okay, I'll take care. I'll help you. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. I'll help you.
Okay.
Which side will you be going?
Manchester.
Oh, okay. I'm in London.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll give you
Which side?
tips. I'm in Southeast. So
Okay. My
Greenwich
sister is in Mitcham.
area. Pardon?
My sister is in Mitcham.
Oh, Mitcham. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, when you come, I will help you. I'll give you tips so that you stay safe. And your sister too is there, so it's fine. Anyway, thank you for joining.
I'll be happy to have you.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Don't worry at all. Don't worry.
Nice one.
So thank you for joining today. I know you are very busy, so I won't take much of your time. But I will I got a little bit of information about you, so I would like to introduce you, that you introduce yourself to us as well. Okay. So you were formerly Ghana Broadcasting, Television and Radio, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still do that, yes.
Yeah, so an international football commentator for Super Sport.
Yes.
And then you were commentator for African Cup of Nations and product of Augustine School, Cape Coast.
Yeah, St. Augustine's College.
Okay. And also of Ghana Institute of Journalism.
Yeah.
So that is what I know about. And you also, you work with, you do things for Ghana, the Olympic Games for Ghana and all that. Something like that.
Yeah, the Ghana Football Association and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I've got about you.
Nice.
An amazing, you're doing amazing, really. So please, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Benjamin Willie Graham. I work with the Ghana Football Association as a marketing manager. I work with the Ghana Olympic Committee as a deputy director of communications. I have my own media agency called Golden Media. Okay. I also work with the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation as an assistant manager in charge of production, sports, radio, presentation, and managing and supervising talent and obviously programs. And I hold a master's degree in media management. Okay. And I have worked with other institutions or companies like Fox Sports in the US or ESPN and Super Sports. I've worked with CAF and FIFA I was at in the Qatar FIFA World Cup as an entertainment manager. So I do all these around sports, and like I said, majority of the time I do a lot of marketing for the Ghana Football Association.
Oh wow, you do a lot. You've done a lot, and you do a lot. How long have you been in the game?
I would say I started it unofficially in 2003, so it should be
Wow.
over 20 years. Yeah.
Wow, 2 decades.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And what inspired you to go into this field?
When I left school in 2003, you still needed to hustle a little bit and find your feet in the world. And I think I had a friend of mine, Kojo Sechi. All of us love the sport, so we decided to give it a try. So I remember we wrote letters and stuff like that. But when I joined GBC at the time, I wasn't really thrown into the sports arena, but I was made to do other things. But eventually, I in the sports department, and that is where I've been able to hone my skills and been working over there to now.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Okay, okay. That's great. I wanted to also ask you, the sports going on now in Paris, like which one is your favorite? How is it going on there? And which one is your favorite sport?
Well, athletics is mine. I love athletics and football as well. See a little bit of basketball. Yeah, it's fun.
Amazing.
The take at the Olympic Games is athletics.
Oh, okay, that's good. I love athletics as well. Yeah. And is Ghana there? Are we still there?
Yeah.
Is someone there?
Yeah, we finished our last event yesterday in the 4x100 meters. We're supposed to qualify to the finals. We didn't qualify, so our I would say journey at the Olympics came to a halt yesterday after failing to secure a final place.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, amazing, amazing. Thank you for that. I would like to ask you the reason why we are here today. So I'm going to ask you certain questions. I know that when I was speaking to you, you shared something very profound and very powerful to me. So I would like you to share with us. The topic for today is how to thrive. Okay, so I know you are thriving, you are doing well, but you've been through certain things in life. So I would like you to share. I would like to ask you, do you know what trauma is? Or maybe share us a little bit of your story. But when we talk about trauma, I don't know if you have an idea of what trauma is.
I'll let you tell me more about that.
Pardon?
Let you give me an idea about your trauma.
Sorry, your voice has gone down, so I can't hear you well.
Okay, a minute. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your voice is a bit low.
Is it better now?
Yes, great. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can have trauma. Yeah, trauma. You said I should explain a little bit about trauma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so trauma is
I don't get it wrong.
Okay, trauma is when you've been through something that has shocked, like, shook your life or something. Yeah, trauma. It can be anyway, many things. So what is your trauma? What did you go through that traumatized you that you came out of? You can share your story. I know you have an amazing story.
My fiancé daddy moms. That's about 2010, so 14 years ago. And I mean, September will be exactly 14. And that was very traumatic because that was the very first time I did see a human being dying. I mean, basically having to take your fiancée to the hospital and having to spend time with her, and you have her talk to you and tell you, give me a hug, and to give her a hug, and the next moment, she's gone. And that's it. So you have to go through. I mean, the truth is, I became very alcoholic, trying to go through the process. I couldn't do a day without, drinking, because then it was something I hadn't experienced before.
Yeah.
Even though I lost my parents when I was 3 years, I didn't really feel that. But that um, that 9th September 2010 incident, the 10:45 a.m. incident, sort of me up a little bit. But the only reason I had to pick up the pieces was I think it was one time when I was listening to Eastwood Anaba when he had lost two of his kids.
Yeah.
And that was what sort of changed the dynamics, and that was what healed me, because that's the man that he's that. So that's what changed me.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is amazing. Wow. What a story. I wasn't expecting that at all. So that is, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And I'm happy that you saw someone that could help you to come out of what you were going through. Now, let's go back to losing your parents. How was life? How did you go through life? I don't know if you can hear me. I think you're frozen.
Is it better now?
Yes.
I can hear loud and clear.
Okay. Okay. So, losing your parents, how was life? How was life like? Oh, we can't hear you. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining. All those that watching me.
Hello,
God bless
is it better?
you.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better now. It's better.
Yeah.
It's better. So losing your parents at that young age, how was life? When I was speaking to you, you told me certain things. So how did you? Yeah.
I was 3 years, so I wouldn't have captured so many things, but I would say that I had to live with some aunties of mine and uncles. I would say that I was raised by two of my very unique aunties. Obviously, my auntie took care of me at age 3. And then I think when I was 12 years, I had to move to my uncle. And so they played that role for me, which more or less gave me that opportunity to identify what I'm supposed to identify or work with. But at the age of 3 and not having your parents around was a bit psychological. There are moments where you feel like you want to have your mother around and you don't, or you want to have your dad up. Perhaps when I do recall when I was in high school, when on weekends you have parents visiting, and I used to play that what we call the protocol boy, and your role was to, when parents come visit, you have to go call their wards and then say, so you go and call your friend, hey, your mom is or your dad is here to visit. And then you wish that you also get that feel of having your mom or dad come to visit. And you go through the weekends and it's the terms and nobody comes to visit you, and you have to survive it. And so we survived the 3 years back in high school without that mom and dad visit.
Yeah.
And I would say that, yes, my uncle was there. But I mean, that feel of, giving your mom a hug and your dad a hug when you're leaving, saying goodbye, they just give you this hug and you want to feel that, but it's not there. But you just have to find a way to move on with it. It's life. You have to accept the reality that is life.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. I know. I mean, as you're saying, it's not easy to have your parents around, even though you have uncles and aunties, you still feel it. So I get what you mean. Thank you so much. I want to ask you, how did you, I know that you said you heard from Eastwood Anaba and then especially with your fiancé and then helped you. But with, in general, all the trauma you've been to, like, how did you heal? Is it just hearing from him or you did some work on yourself? Yeah.
Okay, I think I had to resort to reading on how to, heal when you lose a loved one. So I sort of was watching movies or documentaries or TV series on that. And I also had to speak to people who've been through that situation before. Yeah. And so more like the therapy was to speak to those who've been there before and how they were able to heal. So I do recall that I had this lady who was at my office, GBC, who had lost her husband just when she had delivered their baby. I mean, it's been like years for them not conceiving. And then when she did conceive and the baby, so the story is that the husband had an accident, so he was actually at the hospital. He only got to see the baby when the baby was presented to him on the bed, like all that we've been waiting for. This is it. But then, of course, that is it, and that's the only. And just after, I mean, he died basically. So this woman never got married again. Never. So raised a little girl alone. Never got married, and she was okay. If I say okay, I mean, you could see the bond between her and the daughter and all those things. But the question is, how did you go through this? Because this is you struggling to have a baby, and this is you having a baby, and the man you've been struggling with, all of a sudden, the moment the baby comes, he's gone. How are you dealing with it? And so you need to speak to people like that. And then the encouragement, the way they would. And then one of the things I remember she telling me was, if you feel like crying, cry.
That's right.
Don't hold it. Just let it go. Just keep doing it. It's part of the healing process. So we had that conversation, and I think it helped me a lot until that Isuna Abba story and listening to him on radio, and the fact that two of his daughters, I mean, kids dying, and I was like, listen, people have gone through worse and they're okay, so I've got to be okay. So that's how I was able to deal with the situation.
Amazing. That's so powerful. I mean, a lot of things are happening out there that we know nothing about. You know, you have to be close to people to know what people are going through. What you just said now is so painful. Looking for a child, your wife give birth, and then you pass away. Like, who will survive this? Kudos to the lady, to be honest. You being a man, you know, normally it's women that you can see that more of my interviews are women, because they come, they share, but few men. How do you think men need to open up a little bit more? What would you encourage a man going through trauma or any mental, you know, first of all, let me say, how did you overcome mentally? How did you, your mental well-being, how did you manage that?
You know, society needs to create what I call the support system, because we live in what we call the communal life or communal living in Africa. Everybody around us is seen as a brother or sister, no matter whether they are from the same mother or different. You walk around, you see somebody, the moment the person is Black or the person speaks your language or you're from the same country, the assumption is that is my brother, somebody you can share your problems with, or somebody you can speak to. So even if you don't have money and you see somebody of a certain color or a certain mother tongue or language, you can approach the person and say, hey, brother or sister, I have a problem. Can you help me out? And that is how we as Africans have lived, you know, and continue to live. So family is key. I do recall I had to speak to my grandmother at a point, and she advised, or she also helped me a little bit to deal with it. And mentally, I would say maybe losing my mom early also helped, because I had to accept the reality that I'm alone. And being alone means that I need to fight. I didn't, not to say that I don't have family, I do, but I have to accept that when I have a problem, yes, I can speak to people, yes, but that is not a solution. I need to find a way to deal with it. So I would say that how I fight, or I fought, I listened to people's stories, and then I picked what would help me out. And I tend to read around situations. I tend to understand situations. A lot of time, I think that we don't understand our environment or ourselves. You need to understand who you are first. If you know who you are, that's very important.
Thank you so much. I know you are super busy, so we'll be quick. And the question that I was asking you before, what would you tell a man, like encourage men, especially out there, to speak out more? Because that's what I do. My organization, we empower people to speak out, whether men or women, so that they can get help, whether go to therapy or counseling. What would you, for what you've been through, I think you are the best position to speak to a man out there. I mean, you're doing great, you know.
Quick one. I tell people that how many of us have asked the question, what is the need of a man? Because every time we say, oh, men are the head of the house. Men are, I mean, they look up on a tour, a Sibema boat, that kind of stuff. So men are supposed to be brave. Men are supposed to take the pain. Men are supposed to endure the pain because that's what we're made of.
Yeah.
But when a man is down, a man is broken. He's really broken. And because society's created that monstrous environment that a man must be a man, men hide.
Yes.
So
That's
if
right.
you take a look at the ratio, men are dying more than even women because man is always enduring the pain.
That's right.
And unable to speak out.
Yeah.
So he has things in him he wants to share, but nobody wants to listen because the argument is, but you're a man, deal with it.
Yeah, that's right.
So that is the problem. So, and again, if men want to speak, we speak to our colleagues, and then sometimes like, hey, the thing, whatever I do, you're a man. You have to find a way to deal with it. But nobody's saying that, how do we find a solution for you? How do you deal with it? And sometimes, so when you find, when you're in a relationship and you find a woman, I always say that we complement each other to succeed. So the woman is able to listen to you and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to be your shield, or the other way around. And we need to find a way to understand the need of the man. What is the need of a man? Sometimes men don't need physical or material things. We need that emotional support.
Emotional support.
Because if a man is quiet and not speaking, at that moment, something is bothering him.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to listen to him.
Yeah.
And listening does not mean to respond and say, but you're a man, so find a way to deal with it. That's not the best. That is why I said that you have a lot of mental problems. Men go through a lot of emotional and mental problems because nobody's listening to us sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
And because we keep using the phrase, you are a man, deal with it, you are a man, find a way. And sometimes some of our colleague men also don't help matters with some comment. Oh, I was able to deal with it because I'm a man. I was able to do it. No.
Yeah.
It's wrong. So it makes it look like, as for me, I've done it. So you two find a way to deal with it. And then when a man begins to even talk about his problem, are you a woman? Why are you complaining? Why you find a way to? It doesn't help.
Yeah.
So we have to speak out. Where I have a problem, I try to speak it out. And when I speak it out and I get nobody listening to me, I'm okay. I've said it. I'm fine.
That's right.
I'm okay. Because it's out of my, out of me. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
So I am better.
Yeah.
But if I keep it, because my fear is that nobody's listening, I compound my problems rather. But at least if you're not listening, or you're not even preferring solution, but you can listen, I'm okay.
Yes, that's right. So
that I get it out of me.
Yeah.
It is better to say nothing to me than to listen and say, "Oh, okay, I've heard you." That's sad. I would prefer we would have a conversation again and talk about this extensively. I'm okay. That is, you have listened. You're not offering solution, but at least you're acknowledging the fact that I have listened to you.
That's right.
But to say, "Oh, but you're a man, find a way to deal with it." No, I think you're not being fair. Yeah. And I advise our women in a relationship, try sometimes to ask your man what he needs. Listen to him.
Yes.
Right? And we'll be fine. That's our problem. Nobody listens to us sometimes.
I think you are 100% right. And when I go out to speak, we normally, like, especially when we go to Ghana, Gambia, and other places to speak to schools, people think, oh, should we bring only girls? I'm like, no, we need boys too. And when I talk to them, I let the boys, young men, understand that it is okay to cry. It is okay to speak out because you are a human being, and there are things that you also need to pour out. People normally say, yeah, you are a man. It's totally wrong. So what you are saying, if you're a man and you are listening to us on YouTube, please, this is a powerful thing to understand and to know. And when you said, like, when someone comes to you to share their story, whether it's a man or a woman, especially a man as well, don't say, oh, you are a man, you can do it. No, you just need to keep quiet and listen to the person and give them a hug or whatever it is and tell them that they can do it. Yeah. So don't judge a man, listen to them. The next question is, I know you are thriving, you are doing well in your field, you are pushing through, and it's not been easy. But what keeps you, I'm just asking again, what keeps you going? And what keeps you thriving, wanting for more? Yeah.
Being the last born of 7 and not seeing my mother, I feel like I need to do things, or I need to do something for her to know that the little boy she left behind is doing well. So majority of the time, I always have her in mind, whatever I'm doing. And anytime I travel to my village, I visit her grave to lay a wreath. And she died in 1987.
Oh, okay.
So that's so many years ago.
37 years ago, kind of.
Yeah. So I still feel I owe her some success. And I remember here, my uncle lives in France. I paid him a visit, and for more than 2-3 hours, we kept talking about my mom. And that was what we're doing, because he spent a lot of time with her. So, and he came to Ghana. Funny story, basically. So he had been in France for so many years.
Yeah.
And there was this family page. Everybody was talking. Everybody was introducing him or herself. So I did my introduction. And he kept asking my sister in London, who is this guy? So my sister then had to say that that's my mom's, that's our younger brother. And say, younger brother from, I said, that's your sister's younger brother. I mean, younger son, sorry. And he's like, I know my sister said she was pregnant at the time, but is that the young man? I said, yes. I mean, so he said he went to his room and he cried.
Oh.
And so he made a journey to Ghana because he wanted to spend time with me. And yes, that was a success of it. And so I always feel like I owe her some bit of, success. I need to push on. I need to let people know that, it's difficult sometimes, not having the support you want, but it doesn't mean you can't do stuff. So I do recall I promised her, or I promised myself, that if I want to give birth, I want to have a baby girl, because I want to name her after her.
Oh.
And I had a baby girl, and I named her after my mom. So I'm always doing that.
You're making me very.
So that's the promise, and then it happened. So it was always going to be something. I always look up to it. Like, I want to do something to make her happy. Like I said, every time I go to the village, I go, and then my sister is also doing same. She ensures that my mom's grave is always clean and neat.
Yeah.
Even after 37 years, we always make sure she's smiling and she's happy. That's what we do. Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing. Such an amazing story, to be honest. Like, you're giving me goosebumps and I'm feeling emotional. Powerful. Now, to be honest, what you're saying is amazing and powerful, because there are people that I would say you don't have your mom here, but it's like, how do you say, a mechanism of coping mechanism. Like, your mom's spirit is like a coping mechanism to you. So even though she's not here, it's like you're looking up to her to do well in life, to show her that, Mom, listen, I'm doing this for you, okay?
Yeah.
There are people that may listen now or later that maybe have even people around them, but it looks like they don't have anybody around them.
Yeah.
I want them to listen to what you are saying and keep moving, because you are even moving. Even if your mom is not, you are still moving by looking up to her. And I just want people to know that, like, even if there are people around you that and you feel like they're not supporting you, look for people, open yourself for other people that will push you to come through, so that you'll be able to move forward.
Yeah.
So amazing. Thank you for that. Or if anybody listening to me and they have lost a good one, don't give up. Yeah, don't give up. Just look up to them and do well in life and keep moving. Don't give up. My last question will be, what would you advise your young self or a young person out there listening to us, whether a man or especially the men, even female as well, everyone? Yeah.
I think that the identifying yourself is very key. We make mistakes. I mean, there's one theory that I have in life, that so long as I am a mortal, so long as I remain a human being, I am bound to disappoint people. I am bound to make people unhappy. I am bound to do stuff that would not make people may not like me because I'm doing stuff they don't like, because I'm human. So I don't expect anything from anybody.
That's right.
And that's been how I live, because I do not want to rely on you, because you are a human being. You will disappoint me. And when you disappoint me, I shouldn't say I hate you because you disappointed me, because the point is you are bound to do that.
Right.
So your wife can disappoint you. Don't be surprised, because she's a human being. She's immortal. She's not immortal. She's mortal. So she's bound to disappoint you. Your husband would disappoint you because he's a human being. First and foremost, he's bound to do that. So we shouldn't be surprised when people disappoint us, because they are human beings. And that is there. They are bound to do that. So when you go into conclave and you're like, why did this person disappoint? Because I am sitting here, I feel sometimes like a disappointment because my mom didn't stay and look and take care of me. But that is because she's human and she's supposed to live and die at one point. So you have to, until we all understand this concept of life, that as humans as we are bound to disappoint people.
That's right.
So this is how we're living. We're living life to make people happy. We live in life not to disappoint people. So we try to make sure that I don't disappoint this person, but I'm saying that accept that reality, that yes, in as much as I am doing it right, one way or the other, as we speak, I'm sure you've one way or the other disappointed your husband before.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's also done it before.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wonder, why did you disappoint me? I'm not happy with you. But what you haven't realized that he's a human being.
Yeah, that's right.
God who doesn't disappoint.
That's right.
So as young as we are, in business, people will disappoint us. We have to soldier on. In church, people will disappoint us. We have to soldier on. In anything we do, people will disappoint us. We have to still move on.
That's right.
And that is the only way you can heal. Because once you understand that I am a human being, I can disappoint you, you can disappoint me. I don't rely on anybody. I just say something. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, I move on. So that you don't get hurt. You don't get to speak ill of people. You don't get to, mark people down and like, I don't want to deal with this person because of X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But like I always say, once you have it that this business that I'm in, people are striving to make sure we get things done right. But a percentage of it may be a bit disappointing. But when the disappointment comes, how do I overcome it? That is what we need to start working on. But that's the only way you can live. Okay.
Thank you so much. And what you're saying is very right, because if you don't understand that disappointment do happen and people do things to you, you will not even be able to move forward, because you'll be stuck in one place, is it?
Yeah.
All the time you'll be nagging and going back to the same thing. So you need to understand that people disappoint. We are human beings and this can happen in life. So yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin. And where can we follow you? Where can we watch? You said you have a TV station or something. I want you to repeat that.
No, I mean, basically, I work at GTV, so that's in Ghana. But well, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. So when you just Google my full name, you have it. You have all my handles in there with stuff that I have done as well. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Grateful.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for coming on. Thank you so much. I mean, it was a late notice, but you came on. I appreciate it so much. God bless you. And I was
thank you. I didn't disappoint you.
No. You said everything. You came through for us. You saved me today. But powerful story. Thank you so much. And I pray that God will keep you going, and God will open more doors for you and give you strength to obtain and gain whatever that you are here on earth for. Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
God bless you. Thank you.
Greetings to everybody.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. Guys, thank you all so much. So this is Speak Out, breaking the silence of abuse. Sorry, the kids came in. You heard them making noise. Please subscribe to our page, subscribe to our YouTube, share the live. And if you have anyone that would like to share their story with us, please, you are welcome. This was Mr. Benjamin. Let me mention his name, where you can find him. He's doing amazing. Okay. He's Mr. Benjamin. I will post his name on out there so that you can follow him. He works in GTV Ghana. He's doing amazing for himself. He shared a powerful story. Never think that you can never be disappointed. Disappointment can come anytime, okay? But be rest assured that when disappointment comes, you don't stay in the same place. You need to understand that human beings do disappoint. Forgive and move forward so that you'll be able to achieve what you want to achieve in life. And you can see he lost his parents at the age of 3 and lost his fiancée right in front of him, and he did not give up. So what excuse are you having to give up? Like, what are you trying to use to give up in life? Don't give up. Keep pushing, okay? Keep pushing. And I know that as long as you are pushing, God will also help you. Thank you for watching. This is Speak Out. We are here every Friday, 8 p.m. UK time. Make sure you join and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, and see you again. This is Speak Out, breaking the silence of abuse. Bye. Love you all. Bye.